I made a promise to myself to never use a playlist promotion company ever again. If you've ever had your music flagged and taken down, if you've ever had like fake streams or bot streams, you'll know from experience that it's the worst feeling in the world. In this video, I'm going to show you my new proven strategy for getting on legit playlists directly. And I've actually got a free pitch deck template that I'm going to give away in the description below to help you at the end. And trust me, you're going to need it to pitch to playlist curators the right way. And so what I found in my experience, and you can take your own decision, that relying on these shady middlemen to boost your streams is like almost a guaranteed way to lose control, because you're paying them to pitch on your behalf. And so imagine you pay them and then Spotify takes down your track. You lose twice. Once because you lost money, and then once because you lost the music. And so if they suspect fraudulent streams, they are well within their rights from the terms and conditions off your distribution and off Spotify to take your track down. And so to help you avoid those nightmares and attract real streams, this is how I recommend doing it. And this is from 10 years of being a music marketer and a social media strategist. So I've seen it all. The worst situation that ever happened to me, I had a client who had their track pulled at 11 million streams due to suspicious activity. And so think of all of that wasted budget, that wasted time, that wasted effort just gone. And so that was the final push for me to swap to like a DIY playlist approach. And I'm about to lay it all out for you. And so let me tell you the plan, how we're going to find the right playlist. So we have to realize the danger first. So when you work with any playlist promotion company, you have zero control. You have zero transparency. You don't know where they're pitching you. You're just seeing streams. Imagine you made an R&B track and you're being put in like, a pop playlist or a country music playlist. So the actual streams that you're getting are not from the right fans. They're just from someone who you paid them to be on their playlist, and they put you in for 7 days and they removed you. And so one day you might wake up with either your song taken down or with loads of people like clicking not interested on your track because it's coming up in their playlist and they don't even like it. And so instead of paying a promoter, I personally use Playlist Supply. And it gives you direct access to the curators to build relationships with them. You get their email address, you get their social media handle, you can search by genre, by a similar artist's name, by niche. You get the essential data like the follow count of the playlist, when the playlist was last updated, how many tracks are in it. And you can even do a quality check called Playlist Vet to see if it's up to scratch and they've got no botted strikes or playlist suspicious behaviors on their record in the past. Playlist Supply just dropped a brand new feature as well called Follower Chart. So you can see on a graph how their audience has grown over time. So if you see any suspicious spikes, you'll know something's wrong. But if you see a steady growth curve that's trending up, that historical data is going to be so important to determine whether that playlist is legit or if it's botted. And by tracking the follower growth over time, you're going to know this is the right type of playlist that you want to be featured on. So you can go and pitch to them. And so when you start using Playlist Supply, you can bookmark so many different email addresses. You add them to your database. And when you start pitching, you're going to do it yourself. And I'm going to give you my pitch deck template in just a minute. But I have this philosophy, right? It's called the rule of 100. Is that when you do email outreach, I want you to think big. And so rather than pitching to 6 playlists, I want you to think about pitching to 100. Because when you do that, when you send 100 personalized emails, maybe 50 of them even open the email. So 50% don't even take the time to read. Of the 50 who open it, maybe 25 read it properly, like scan down the whole thing and read to the end. Of the 25 who read it properly, maybe 12 even like your track. Right, and they think the music's any good. And of the 12 who like it, only 6 will actually add you to your playlist. And this is normal. It's the rule of 100. It's same for, cold calling on the phone. It's same as knocking on doors. It's same as everything in life. Just the rule of averages. Half, 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 half. And so don't expect to send 6 playlist pitches and get 6 placements. This is a numbers game. And so here is the free pitch deck template. I'm going to load it up here on my screen right now so you can see. The first slide is just a cover photo. It just looks good. So they scroll down and they get like an About You page. It's a nice long bio. And you want to tell your story about who you are as an artist with your social media numbers really big at the bottom. On the next page, you might have some press. You might have some gigs. On the next page, you might have some, past playlists you've been in. And you might want to just flex if you've been on Spotify official editorial or some big independent playlist. It's going to help convince them. Then after that, you have like a kind of page that you can do whatever you want. If you want to highlight, some achievements in your career, like being on certain blogs, being on certain radio stations, having key interviews, having key podcasts, do with this what you want. And the final page is the contact page. And so just in the description below is a link to this Canva template. There's no email opt-in. You literally get it and you click duplicate. You make a copy of the template and then you can adapt it yourself. You can drag in your own images. You can replace the text, change the fonts, change the colors, you name it. It's your deck to do anything you want with. And it will just help add that little jazz to your playlist pitch when you do it. Because how many submissions they get. And now this one has a beautiful deck. This one has a beautiful email well written to go alongside it. And you basically are going to set yourself apart from the competition. And so to find these playlist curators, you're going to want to use Playlist Supply. And if you want to give it a shot for $19.99 a month, you can use my link and my code. And if you go to playlistsupply.com/allabouthelping, you'll actually find there's a video of me on the homepage of the website. And so I want you to be able to approach genuine curators without risking any shady tactics. And I know that there's a stigma that all these people are going to just ask for money anyway, but these are the right type of curators. They've worked hard to build their audience. They've worked hard to foster a community. And so obviously avoid paying money where you can, because the right curators just care about the music. And so if someone's asking you for money, walk away. But by the time you do the rule of 100, you will have found the right people that you want to work with. And I just truly believe, just to really wrap up and bring this to a close, is like the direct relationship with the curator is going to let you control your destiny. You're going to work with them on every single release you ever do. And it's okay if they say no. They'll say, this one's not quite right, come back in the future. And maybe a future song you do will be perfect for them. Don't just think, oh, screw you, man. I'm never going to work with you again. I'm never going to email you again. Just say, thanks so much. I appreciate the feedback. I'll hit you up on the next one. Maybe it'll be a better fit then. Remember that with Playlist Vet, you can check the safety of the playlist to make sure it's legit and you're pitching to someone who's not going to mess up your career. You can't do that if you go to a playlist promotion company. And when you pitch effectively, you're going to stand out from the competition. It's not a copy and paste job 100 times. It does need a personalized touch to say, I really like track 3 that you put in that playlist. Well done on digging to find a really rare gem. You do want to pay some compliments in there just to make sure that you have better chance of getting seen. And if you want me to do a full tutorial on how to use Playlist Supply by sharing my screen and navigating through everything I click, everything I search, and everything I do, comment the word tutorial down below and I'll make that for you next week about Playlist Supply.